Prince Harry. The name alone conjures images of royal grandeur, of a life lived in castles and palaces. Yet, behind the titles and the tiaras, lies a man who has dared to redefine what it means to be a royal in the 21st century. Born a spare to the heir, Harry's life has been a unique blend of privilege and pressure, of public scrutiny and private struggles. From a young boy grappling with the tragic loss of his mother, Princess Diana, to a soldier serving his country in Afghanistan, Harry's journey has been anything but ordinary. He has navigated the complexities of royal life with a mix of charm, vulnerability, and a rebellious streak that has endeared him to millions worldwide. But it's in his roles as husband and father that Harry truly comes into his own. In Meghan, he found a partner who not only embraced his royal identity, but also encouraged him to forge his own path. Together they embarked on a journey of love, family, and purpose, challenging the very foundations of a 1,000-year-old institution. This is the story of Prince Harry, the royal underdog, a man who dared to choose love over duty, freedom over tradition, and family over everything else. This is a story of courage, resilience, and the unwavering pursuit of happiness against all odds. Let's be honest, the idea of toddlers running amok in Buckingham Palace is somewhat amusing. Can you imagine little Archie with his mop of red hair mistaking the Queen's corgis for fluffy toys, or Lilibet Diana with her mischievous grin trying to climb the palace guards? While the image might bring a smile to our faces, the reality is far less whimsical. Prince Harry's decision to limit his children's exposure to the British press and the sometimes stifling protocols of royal life is not a petty rebellion. It's a father's love, fiercely protective and deeply personal. It's easy to forget that behind the titles and the tiaras, these are real people, with real emotions and very real concerns. Concerns that any parent, royal or not, can relate to. The constant glare of the spotlight, the intrusive paparazzi, the relentless speculation, it's enough to make anyone crave a bit of normalcy. For Harry, the decision to shield his children is more than just wanting a break from the paparazzi's flashbulbs. It's about ensuring their safety and well-being in a world that hasn't always been kind to those who bear the royal name. The echoes of his own childhood, forever marked by the tragic loss of his mother under the relentless pursuit of photographers, are a constant reminder of the dark side of fame. The paparazzi's insatiable hunger for a glimpse into the lives of the royals knows no bounds, often crossing lines of decency and respect in their quest for the perfect shot. It's a harsh reality that Harry knows all too well, having witnessed firsthand the devastating consequences of unchecked media intrusion. He's determined to break the cycle, to create a different narrative for his own children. Harry's choice is not about rejecting his royal heritage, but about protecting what matters most, his family. He's not asking for special treatment. He's demanding the basic right to raise his children in a safe and loving environment, free from the constant fear and scrutiny that has plagued his own life. Now let's talk about the British press, shall we? Those intrepid chroniclers of all things royal, with their insatiable appetite for gossip and their uncanny ability to turn even the most mundane event into a front-page scandal. They're like that distant relative who shows up uninvited, makes snide comments about your outfit, and then wonders why you never invite them back. One can't help but chuckle at the irony of it all. The very institution that thrives on tradition and decorum, constantly at odds with a press that thrives on chaos and controversy. It's a relationship that's both symbiotic and utterly dysfunctional, a never-ending source of amusement and exasperation in equal measure. And then there's King Charles. Bless his heart, the man just wants a bit of peace and quiet, to tend to his gardens and write his philosophical musings. One can only imagine the exasperated sighs emanating from Clarence House whenever Harry's name pops up in the headlines. It's a comical dance they do, these royals and the tabloids. A delicate balancing act between maintaining a sense of decorum and trying to control the narrative. It's a dance that Harry, with his characteristic candour and disdain for the status quo, has chosen to sit out. And honestly, who can blame him? Section 5. Choosing love, choosing freedom, a modern fairy tale. Harry's story is, at its core, a love story. A modern fairy tale about a prince who fell for an American actress, a woman who challenged his perceptions, broadened his horizons, and ultimately showed him a different way of living. Their love story was not without its challenges. From the moment their relationship became public, they faced a barrage of criticism and scrutiny, fueled by a mix of racism, snobbery, and good old-fashioned jealousy. The tabloids, never ones to miss an opportunity, went into overdrive, churning out article after article designed to dissect, scrutinize, and ultimately undermine their relationship. But through it all, Harry and Meghan held firm. They presented a united front, their love for each other evident in every glance, every touch, every public appearance. They refused to be defined by the narrow confines of tradition or the dictates of an institution that seemed increasingly out of touch with the modern world. Their decision to step back from their roles as senior royals was a pivotal moment, not just for them as a couple, but for the monarchy itself. It was a bold declaration of independence, a rejection of the age-old adage that duty must always come before personal happiness. It's easy to judge from afar, to form opinions based on carefully curated headlines and paparazzi shots designed to elicit a specific reaction. But to truly understand Harry's journey, we need to look beyond the glossy magazines and the sensationalized headlines. We need to remember that what we see in the media is often a distorted reality, a carefully constructed narrative designed to sell papers or generate clicks. The paparazzi's lens, while capturing a moment in time, rarely tells the whole story. The constant scrutiny, the relentless pursuit, the invasion of privacy, it takes a toll. It erodes your sense of self, your ability to trust, your very faith in humanity. It's no wonder that Harry, having witnessed firsthand the devastating impact of this toxic culture, was determined to protect his own family from suffering the same fate. Harry's journey has been one of constant evolution. From the young boy who captured hearts with his mischievous grin, to the soldier who served his country with honour, to the husband and father fiercely protective of his family, he has never shied away from embracing change. His decision to step back from royal life was not a rejection of his heritage, but an affirmation of his own identity. It was about taking control of his own narrative, about defining what it means to be a royal on his own terms. Free from the constraints of royal protocol, Harry has found his voice. He's spoken candidly about his own struggles with mental health, breaking down stigmas and encouraging others to seek help. He's become an advocate for causes close to his heart, from supporting veterans to raising awareness about climate change. Life beyond the palace walls has been a time of growth and rediscovery for Harry. He's embraced new opportunities, from producing documentaries to launching his own charitable foundation. He's found joy in the simple things, like spending time with his family and pursuing his passion for polo. His story is a reminder that true happiness lies not in titles or tiaras, but in living a life true to oneself. It's about finding your purpose, using your platform for good, and surrounding yourself with people who love and support you unconditionally. Prince Harry's journey has been anything but conventional. He's challenged traditions, defied expectations, and charted his own course. He's shown us that it's possible to be both a prince and a man of the people, to honour your heritage while forging your own path. He's reminded us that family always comes first, that love knows no bounds, and that true happiness lies in living a life true to oneself. So let's raise a glass to Prince Harry, the royal underdog. Let's celebrate his courage, his resilience, and his unwavering pursuit of happiness. Let's support his choices, respect his boundaries, and allow him the space to create a brighter future for himself, his family, and generations to come. In a world that often celebrates conformity, Harry's story is a beacon of hope, a reminder that it's okay to be different, to break the mold, and to write your own fairy tale.